Hey David, welcome to the Meet the Brain series.
Hey Phil, thank you.
So, what's your research interest?
So my interests are to try to understand better which are the determinants like lifestyle, psychological factors and the underlying biological mechanisms that allow people to maintain their brain health across the lifespan.
Could you tell me a bit more about that?
Yeah, so there is a lot of evidence that there are many things that we can do to keep our brain healthy, mental health, brain health, and avoid diseases like neurodegenerative diseases, particularly in advanced age.
Okay.
And many of this has to do with lifestyle. So we are trying to understand how they impact to the resilience capacity and plasticity capacities of the brain to be able to reach an advanced stage with brain health.
That sounds fascinating. And in your research, what's the exciting thing about it to you?
That the brain has this plastic capacity that even in adverse situations, like you have some diseases or start to get really old or have risk conditions, it has the capacity to compensate and tolerate disease. And some people really function better than they are expected when you look at the brain. So we want to understand how is it possible, how is this brain capacity of compensation.
Okay, and how do you reach your research goals?
So mainly we use, we have two types of studies. One is a population-based study cohort where we follow a population of people of middle age as they are getting older, and we assess them cognitively with MRI imaging. We do a lot of brain imaging. And then there is another line of research where we do actually modulate brain networks through non-invasive brain stimulation techniques that we can apply to humans and see how the brain reorganizes in the face of challenges.
Wow, that's fascinating. And who are your partners in your research?
So now we have two main big projects here. One is collaboration with the Institute Goodman at the national level, where we have this core prospective study including 5,000 individuals that we are following to try to better understand them, what are they doing to keep their mental and brain health. And the other one is a European research project where we are working with a consortia of 8 countries, and including Northern European, Scandinavian, Germany, UK, and also ourselves at the University of Barcelona to analyze mainly collected data from brain imaging, from cohorts spanning from children, middle-aged and older individuals.
Okay, and in your field, what are you most looking forward to?
I think I would try to understand how is it possible that people at risk can still be able to cope very well with stressors or with diseases and yet be able to reach advanced age very good, and in particular how this knowledge can be later on used to enable individualized therapies to maybe younger people, how we can back translate the knowledge of older people that have been successful to younger children at the end.
Okay, and how can your research change the world?
I don't think my research will change the world. I think my research will perhaps provide new interesting knowledge that will be some kind of important knowledge, but I don't think that the particular research changes the world. I think that is a combination of our research with many others that would allow to understand the big puzzle, right? So
yeah, it's a team effort.
Yeah, exactly.
And what other disciplines synergize well with your research?
So yeah, my background is in neuropsychology, so mainly psychology, therefore, the study of behavior and cognitive functions, but with a biological basis, so based on brain imaging. But the other disciplines that are very close are neurology, psychiatry. These are more clinical disciplines that definitely have to do with what we do. And then the basic disciplines of biology and also computer science, because we more and more have to analyze big data, right? And then put all together statistical modeling. All these disciplines are in the work that we do.
Okay, and do you collaborate with industry?
We are collaborating now with the use of brain stimulation devices of an industry that is Neuroelectrics, that was founded here in Barcelona. So we are using their devices to to very effectively try to modulate the expression of brain networks. And in the past, I have also collaborated with the pharmacological industry in a very big project that we had with the industry to try to speed up the development of drugs to treat Alzheimer's disease.
Okay, and does your research have real-world applications?
Yes, it has. It definitely has. I mean, this is one of my main interests. What I want to do has to be applicable to people. So, for instance, in the study core that I mentioned before that we do with Institute Goodman, what we are doing now is to try to, from the knowledge that we are gaining of which kind of lifestyles, what adherence across the lifespan can help to protect brain, then we are now conducting already therapeutic recommendations to people, so and to see the effects, to adhere to these lifestyles for a while, for 1 year or two, and see then the effects on brain health.
Okay, and if you could have a coffee with a scientist from the past, who would it be?
I think that it will be William James, which was the father of psychology, of American psychology, and he influenced in many fields, also philosophy. And he said the fundamentals of what is brain plasticity, habit learning, the relationship between physiology and emotion, and had so vast number of knowledge that I would really like to learn from him.
Yeah, that'd be an amazing conversation.
That would be, yeah.
And what's the best thing that has happened in your career?
I think the best thing, one of the best things for sure, is to have good mentors. I have had, I've been lucky to have very important and with a wide view and important people, Professor Carme Junqué here and Álvaro Pascual-Leone at Harvard University, that have been mentors, also Ima Clemente at the University of Barcelona. The combination of the help that you get from the mentors and how they track your path and the recommendations, this is one of the very important things for a scientist.
How many countries have you visited during your research career?
I have visited mostly European countries because I've been twice involved in European grants. So Italy, France, Norway, UK, Germany, probably more than that. And then also US. I've been 3 times in US, 2 times research stays in Boston, and then also one in Los Angeles.
And what would you say to your younger self when you were starting your scientific career?
I would say that I would tell him that keep on doing some things that I've been doing, like studying hard, always. Try to really go to the bone of the things and understand the things. This, you cannot lose it, but then also have some self-confidence and do not wait a lot for try to propose and share your ideas. Not be shy in that sense. You have interesting things to share to the community.
That's excellent advice. Where would you go for a sabbatical?
I like to go to New Zealand. So because of I love nature, and I know there is amazing nature there, but also there is a very interesting cohort study that has been going on for many years. So I would like to go there and have the chance to meet these researchers, but I'll spend some time in New Zealand, Australia, and these places. I also have colleagues in Australia, so that area.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And finally, if you hadn't been a scientist, what else would you have liked to be?
I think I would be very different things than a scientist. I would probably, as I said, I like nature, so one of the things, and animals. So probably I would be doing something related to animals, maybe I don't know the word in English, but breeding dogs or something like this. And the other thing is that I like a lot books and literature, so probably also maybe a bookstore, having a bookstore or working on a library. These are different things that have nothing to do with scientists, but also like them.
Okay, thanks a lot, David.
Thank you.